Okay, we're here at Performance Technologies. I'm joined by the CEO, John Slesser. John, thanks for joining us. Performance Technologies, just tell us a little bit about the company background and what it is you do here.
Sure. Performance Technologies is a global supplier of advanced communication solutions for end users, application developers, and original equipment manufacturers. Our customers provide mission-critical solutions in aerospace and defense and telecommunications applications. Our products are remotely manageable IP-centric network elements that are specifically designed for high availability, scalability, and long lifecycle deployments. Our products are built on hardware that we design and manufacture ourselves, and to that we combine our NexusWare carrier-grade Linux operating system and software development package, as well as a large array of software protocols and high availability middleware. Our product portfolio includes our Segway suite of signaling solutions, including our signaling transfer points, signaling gateways, and signaling bridges, as well as our IP Nexus suite of application-ready systems, WAN gateways, and multi-protocol communication software. With time and the evolution of technology, we realized that we had to add additional value to our product portfolio. And to that end, why we did two things. Number one is we acquired many more technologies on an acquisition basis. Those acquisitions brought us, for example, the signaling portfolio that you see today in our GSM product announcements. On top of that, we also have organically grown our technologies through carrier-grade Linux and a great deal of investment in IP network switching capabilities. It's really the combination of all of these now give us much more substance in our product portfolio.
So do you think you've moved from being a sort of commodity supplier of equipment into actually adding value to and value-added solutions into your customers?
Absolutely, it's very astute. If you look at all the elements go to an end product system design in the communication space, we really have all of the pieces now, except perhaps maybe the end application software that typically is provided by our customers anyway. The more important element is as we move forward, when you think about the mass of those products, it allows us the flexibility and the opportunity to pursue our own end market space in additional communication solutions that we find exciting. To that end, our signaling systems initiative is one of those examples. And with this, I'd like to introduce Pat Rice, who's our Vice President General Manager of Signaling Systems Products.
Excellent. We're going to speak to Pat now about some of the products. Okay, so we've just spoken to John, and we've been joined now by Pat Rice, who's going to give us a little bit more insight into the product lines and the significance of the signaling to their customers. Pat, John mentioned there the importance that signaling technologies now have to you as a company and your customers. Why do you think that's such an important topic for you at the moment?
Well, to give you that answer, I first have to touch a little bit on the background of where performance technologies are in the signaling environment. Since 1999, Performance Technologies has been delivering innovative solutions in the signaling environment. It's been a huge lately because of the mobile growth. With the influx of mobile content, all the text messaging has just burst to traffic levels in the network to a daunting level that carriers are really having a hard time keeping up with. To get an appreciation for what signaling is to the mobile operator, every call that's delivered and every text message that's delivered in the network has a series of signaling messages that get it from point A to point B. So the signaling is actually the backbone of the network. So as we move forward in looking at what has transpired, we went and looked at 3 analyst reports that have projected the growth of the worldwide signaling traffic to over 38% by year-end 2012. If you look at that in real true numbers, that equates to 120 trillion messages per year. Not only is the capacity, though, is an issue and constraining the network, but also the competitive environment that mobile operators find themselves in. Average revenue per user is going down, and for competitive reasons. But the cost of network also has to be taken out. So that's a real challenge for the operator as they move forward. So why does John feel it's such a significance for performance technologies? We do build very flexible, very scalable, highly reliable products with these attributes in mind that give the best value for the operator.
Okay, so operators are faced with this challenge of increasing scale on the one hand and the need to drive down costs and operating costs in the networks on the other. So how do your products help them do that?
Well, we start with our telco hardened Segway solutions that we operate on our own platforms, as John mentioned, with our own carrier-grade Linux middleware. We've built applications on our already proven hardware. So one, that hardware and our applications are highly reliable. Now you take the density and the capabilities that we have come across to be able to put 1,500 links in one 12U chassis equates to probably the best price to performance ratio in the market. We also have our IP Edge product, which allows an edge to core build strategy, allowing carriers to totally optimize their network growth.
And what is the importance to operators of having a solution that they can take from the core to the edge, and what does that mean in detail a bit?
Well, if you look at an edge to core, what we call the edge to core strategy, is there is a core of the network. The core of the network provides interconnect to other networks. So if carrier A needs to interconnect to carrier B, that would be the point of interconnect at the core. The core then is also a centralized point of traffic aggregation. So, but using an edge strategy, now that allows you to move intelligence to the edge, to create communities of interest, to give more capabilities and better usage of applications like HLR and SMS, and also building more reliability into the network by providing local routing where not all traffic is hauled back to the core. So that gives them the best strategy of growth and to optimize their traffic.
I also think that you have a product here that you're launching at the show to do with the way that operators can transform their networks from the SS7 to IP in an efficient manner. Is that correct?
Well, actually, we've had two product announcements. One leading to the show, which I should mention first, is that we have taken our existing 401 platform, our STP and gateway platform, and have tripled the capacity, allowing not only from a capacity increase and connectivity, but also tripling the throughput capacity, taking it to 180,000 transactions per second. So that was our first announcement. Now, since then, Monday we announced our SIP signaling bridge product, which can either be an integrated application or a standalone product. And what the purpose of this is as carriers move from a TDM to a VoIP environment, and from SS7 SIGTRAN to SIP signaling, it creates the ability to operate in both, for applications to operate in both environments. When this transition occurs, it creates an unwieldy, disparate network scenario, and therefore there has to be a product that allows for bridging between the two networks to allow applications to operate in both. And that's what the product does.
So do you think that that gives you a different competitive advantage or a unique edge against other suppliers in the market having that strategy?
Well, I think so. I mean, we have coined a term inside of performance technology we call simply smarter signaling. We provide very cost-effective solutions from initial cost to ongoing operation. We're very scalable and flexible, so operators can grow at their own speed when they need to. We also are very robust, and we have carrier-grade quality and long life cycles, as John mentioned. We operate and maintain our own, or we manufacture our own and design our own hardware, so therefore we can guarantee that life cycle of the product to be very long. And then if you take into account that we come from a perspective of edge to core, allowing a smart build environment in the network, and the solutions that carriers need as they go forward in signaling, I think that it really does sum up with simply smarter signaling to go our direction.
Great, Pat. Thanks very much. Thank you.